morning, Jennifer. I see that you are watching. Just relax for a moment and settle in. We'll get started in just a couple of minutes. And the same to you, Jennifer. Well, come in, hon. Come in, please. I'm just getting ready to start.
No.
Please come in for a moment.
No.
Is there a way to clear that screen, or do I not need to?
Clear what screen? Are you on?
I am on. Yeah, Jennifer's on.
I don't want to be
Yeah,
here.
hi, Jennifer.
Oh no, they're going to talk to you.
Okay, good.
Bye.
Hi.
Have a great time.
The marvels of modern technology. Well, good morning, yogis and yoginis, and welcome. I'm Aradhana. On behalf of myself and the Hatha Yoga community, I'm more than happy to welcome you to this morning's practice. We are really fortunate in these times of challenge, that our technology affords us the opportunity to practice our yoga as a community, even though we can't really gather together. So enjoy the practice this morning, and maybe be mindful during the course of the practice of the words of Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita when he said, "Let this yogi practice day in and day out this beautiful harmony of the soul in a secret place in deep solitude, mastering the mind, hoping for nothing, desiring nothing. And let this place be pure, with a seat neither too high nor too low, and therein a sacred mat, and upon the mat a cloth, so that in this place the yogi might rest and practice for purification of the soul." Today, I invite you to practice the yoga of this quiet self-purification. That being said then, find your seat of honor. It is the comfortable cross-legged seat of the yogi. Let the hands rest on the knees, palms up, or in a mudra of your choice. Become then organic, with the core gently engaged. Let the sit bones connect with the earth. Invite the nurturing energy of Mother Earth into the body, and feel it rise, enhancing and elongating the natural curves in the spine. Let the shoulders drift to the right and left and float and linger without weight, without burden. And the crown of the head is lifted, the chin is tucked in, and the eyes are closed. Connect then with the breath. Let's take anything short and shallow, convert it to something long, deep, and complete. And with every inhale, let us be mindful that we are receiving a gift. It is a gift that is given without obligation. It is a gift that is given without condition. It is the gift of life. Accept this gift with a sense of joy and celebration in your heart. Open it. Feel its fabric, feel its texture. Let it fill into the very fiber of your being. And when you exhale, hold nothing back. Empty the lungs completely. This byproduct of the breath, though toxic to us, is life-giving to other living things. Allow then the exhale to be longer than the inhale, if for no other reason than the yogi always gives back more than the yogi receives. Breathe. And within this breath, find your center. It is that place where all things come into balance, where all things come into harmony. The right, the left, the male, the female, the yin, the yang. And as you center, journey inward, seek out and gather up the fears, the stresses, the anxieties and issues of day-to-day life. Direct all these issues to leave the body. Visualize them as if they were floating away from your mat into the morning air like an almost forgotten mist. These issues have no relevance here. Upon completion of your practice this morning, you may pick these issues back up again if you so choose, or perhaps not. Breathe. Now drawing the hands together at heart center, prayer pose, Anjali Mudra. Keeping the eyes closed, we'll begin our practice this morning with 3 beautiful resonant rounds of Om. Inhale deeply and exhale. Now inhale to begin. Bow head to heart, lift heart to head. Release Anjali Mudra, let the hands rest on the knees, palms up, or in a mudra of your choice. Keeping the eyes closed, raise the crown of the head. Take a moment now to experience the vibration of Om. Yama Niyamasana, Pranayama Pratyahara, Dharana Jana Samadhi O Stavangani Om. Such is the Ashtanga, such is the Sutra, the eight-limb path of yoga as set forth by the Master Patanjali. Opening now the eyes and lifting the gaze, all are welcome who come upon their mats to honor their practice of yoga. Please be mindful during the course of the practice this morning to breathe. Give yourself permission to practice pain-free. And listen to your body. Your body will intuitively tell you when you are doing something it does not want you to do. Within the gong is the exalted echo of the human soul. This is the practice of Hatha Gong, the science of movement within vibration. During the course of our practice this morning, I will be suggesting from time to time you remain in a posture of pose in stillness. While in stillness, I will strike the gong, immersing the body with vibration. This vibration tends to alter the cellular architecture of the body in a healing and therapeutic way. Breathe now, long, deep, and complete. Be mindful that every time you step upon the mat, you bring with you a different landscape. The landscape you practiced in yesterday will not look the same today, and probably will not look the same tomorrow. Please practice today within your own landscape. It is far better, as Krishna reminds us, to practice within our own Dharma imperfectly than try to practice someone else's perfectly. Breathe long, deep, and complete. If the landscape of your practice so desires, feel free to switch those legs out. We will remain in Sukhasana. We'll remain in easy pose for just a few more minutes. We warm the body up to begin with preparation and protection. And today we'll focus on the vulnerable joints, the shoulders, the wrists, the hips, the knees, the ankles, and the spine. With the core gently engaged then to stabilize the sit bones and the shoulders nicely relaxed. The crown of the head lifts, and we'll take the palm of the right hand, place it gently on top of the left knee. Let the palm of the left hand anchor behind the left hip, and then gathering the breath, let's inhale and climb the ladder of the spine from the sacrum all the way up to the base of the skull. When you reach the very top, seek out the heart. Upon finding the heart, let's let the heart lead the way. Using the exhale, we'll twist the torso gently to the left. Let every inhale from here find length. Let every exhale go deeper into the experience, realizing the full extension of the seated twist. When you feel the compressive nature of the twist on the internal organs. At this point, no need to go any further. Respect and honor your edge. Hold and breathe. We want to keep that spine nice and long. We want to keep that core gently engaged. Now inhale and climb that ladder from the sacrum all the way up to the base of the skull, using the breath. When you reach the very top, seek out the heart. Upon finding the heart, then use the exhale, unwind gently, bring yourself back to the ventral plane, midline. Make sure those shoulders stay relaxed. And let's take a nice deep breath here, inhaling, filling those lungs all the way down to the lowest lobes, making sure those lower lobes of the lungs stay nice and dry. Then exhale, perhaps with a gentle sigh. When we open the body, we open the mind. When we open the mind, we open the heart. When we open the heart, our journey will become easier. Keeping that core then gently engaged, feel free if you wish to switch the legs out once again. If you have switched the legs out, take a moment and reestablish integrity of the posture. Then we'll take the palm of the left hand, place it on top of the right knee. Let the palm of the right hand anchor behind the right hip. That core gently engaged to stabilize the sit bones. And you'll use the breath now, climbing the ladder of the spine, sacrum to the base of the skull, like climbing a ladder one rung at a time. When you reach the very top, seek out the heart. Upon finding the heart, then let's lead with the heart, using the exhale, twisting the torso now gently to the right. Let every inhale find length. Let every exhale take you deeper into the experience, and let every posture and pose today be an experience for you. Find full extension. Feel the compressive nature of the twist on the internal organs. Then hold and breathe, respecting and honoring your edge. Treat yourself well. And with an inhale, then let's climb that spine again from the sacrum all the way up to the base of the skull. When you reach the very top, seek out the heart. Upon finding the heart, let's lead with the heart. Then we'll use the exhale to unwind, coming back once again into that ventral plane, that midline position. Reestablishing integrity of the posture, we'll inhale deeply, all the way down to the lower lobes. Please keep those lungs nice and dry. And exhale with a sigh. Let us be mindful, of course, whether we are on the mat or off the mat. A wise yogi always leads with the heart. When we lead with the heart, everything in our life will follow. It is when we lead with the head that we suffer. Let's inhale then the arms out and up, every movement with grace. The definition of power in yoga is any movement engaged in with grace. With the arms overhead, let the shoulders relax into the shoulder joints. We'll turn the palm of the left hand away from the torso. Now inhale deeply, find nice length in the back body. And as you exhale, begin to float that body over to the left until the palm finds the earth. And then just let that left palm glide or walk away from the torso until the right sit bone gets light. When you feel that lightness, you've gone as far as you need to go. We'll hold right here and then launch that right arm. Lateral stability allows a stretch for the right side of the body. Feel that stretch from the glutes through the obliques, the rib cage, shoulder, arm, and all the way out the fingertips. The asana practice of yoga opens the body, earth to ether, and stretches from horizon to horizon. Hold with the breath. Lengthen, stretch, and open. Beautiful yogis. Now we are mindful to engage the core and use the inhale, letting the core lift the torso back up to midline, releasing both arms once again out and up. Take a nice breath, inhale and exhale. And turn the palm of the right hand then away from the torso. And just float the torso now over to the right. When the palm of the right hand finds the earth, just let it walk or glide gently over to the right until the left sit bone gets light. Then you've gone as far as you need to go. We never need to overextend. Launch then the left arm. We want to stretch from the glutes, the obliques, through the rib cage, shoulder, arm, all the way out the fingertips. Breathe. Beautiful yogis. Excellent. Now we'll keep that core engaged because it's the power of the core that's going to lift the torso back up again. So with the core engaged, we gently walk the hand back towards the torso. Inhale both arms out and up. Palms can find union to Anjali Mudra. And release the hands onto the knees, palms up or in a mudra of your choice, and take just a quick breath here to feel your practice. It is far better to feel the practice than think the practice. We're going to remain still in Sukhasana as we continue to warm the body while also awakening the chakras with the vibration of the gong. If the landscape of your practice needs to, please switch the legs. And if you have switched the legs, reestablish integrity of the pose. This is Sukhasana. It is the comfortable cross-legged seat of the yogi. It is the seat of honor of the yogi. It has a spiritual profile of oneness. In this pose, we invite ourselves to get the sensation of being a part of everything, being apart from nothing. While in this beautiful posture this morning, let us take our focus and attention to the space between the sit bones. The perineum is the home of Muladhara chakra. It is a chakra of the earth. It is a chakra of survival. It is a chakra of stability. Let us awaken Muladhara chakra with a vibration of the gong. When the mind is well trained, so it rests solely in Atman, without wanting anything, then you are established in yoga. Inhale, arms out and up. Palms turn away from the torso. Exhale. Let those arms float down alongside the hips. We're going to let the fingertips find the earth. Not pressing into the earth yet with the palms. We want the arms to act like the outriggers on a canoe or a boat, allowing us to maintain the integrity of the spine while moving the legs virtually in any way we feel we need to. So with the core gently engaged, release the legs and bring the legs straight out in front. From here, we'll walk the heels away from midline, making a nice wide V with the legs. We want the toes pointed straight up. We want the knees pointed straight up. And these big muscles, the large muscles in the upper legs, the quadriceps, can spiral gently in towards the midline so that we maintain the integrity of the posture as we prepare for Upavista Konasana, the beautiful seated wide leg forward fold of yoga. And that core remains engaged, please, and we'll inhale the arms once again out and up. We find great length through the back body, turning the palms to face forward. And before we begin to fold, let's launch the torso straight up towards the ceiling, lifting the torso up and out of the pelvis bowl, and then find the heart, lead with the heart, and surrender the heart gently towards the earth, hinging and folding forward. It does not matter here how far down you go. It does matter how you feel getting there. This is Upavista Konasana. This is a posture that releases the hamstrings and decompresses the lumbar spine. A body in motion tends to stay in motion. A body at rest tends to stay at rest. If this is your first forward fold of the day, you will probably feel the body resist coming out of that place of rest. But as you hold the posture with beautiful deep breathing, the body will submit, surrendering the heart towards the earth. While in this pose today, focus your attention on the triangular bony structure at the base of the spine. Here's the sacrum. The sacrum is the home of Spadhisthana chakra. It is the chakra of the creative nature. It is the chakra of the element of water. It's the focal point for the alignment of the human body. Let us now awaken Spadhisthana chakra with the vibration of the gong. The well-trained mind of the yogi, concentrating on the self, is as steady as a flame in a windless place. Coming back into the moment, let the palms of the hands find the earth. Engage the core gently and walk the hands back towards the torso, letting the core lift the torso back to midline. Inhaling the arms then out and up. We'll let the palms turn away from the torso and float those arms down. Let the fingertips find the earth and then walk those heels back to midline. Now we're going to take the palms of the hands alongside the hips with that back body nice and long and press those palms firmly into the earth. Allowing the heart to lift, the crown of the head lifts, the chin is tucked in. Let's find a staff pose, Dandasana. Feel the reciprocal flow of the energy through the body in this pose, which helps to relieve stress, especially stress that is accumulated as a result of multitasking. Inhale and exhale deeply. Excellent. Now we're going to inhale, releasing the arms back out and up once again. Launching the torso up and out of the pelvis bowl. Fold forward to the beautiful seated forward fold of yoga, Paschimottanasana. The ancients called this pose, let the liver live. If we surrender and lead with the heart, please, and not the head, feel free to capture anything you need for support, to the ankles, the feet, to the toes. And just surrender that heart towards the earth. In full extension in this pose, every time you breathe, the tissue around the liver gently moves, massaging the liver, allowing this organ to function at peak efficiency. Take your focus and attention then to the navel point, or the belly button, just behind and just below. For here's the home of Manipura chakra. The chakra of power, the chakra of strength, but it is also the chakra of ego and charisma. We want to keep the Shakti and Shiva energy moving through this chakra during the course of our practice, lest we get trapped in our own ego. Let us now awaken Manipura chakra with the vibration of the gong. Disciplined by yoga practices, the mind becomes calm and tranquil, and the individual self beholds the true self and is completely satisfied. With the core then engaged, let the core lift the torso, releasing whatever you've captured for support, drawing the arms into the overhead plane once again, feeling the free-floating nature of the movement of the body. Turn the palms away from the torso, float the hands down alongside the hips. Come back into Sukhasana. Take a nice deep breath, inhaling and exhaling. And find your way up onto the knees, please. Drawing the knees together. Sitting back onto the heels with all 10 toenails in contact with the earth. If you have a blanket or towel nearby you wish to roll up underneath the ankles, or tuck the edge of the blanket or towel behind the knees, feel free to do so as we establish Vajrasana, the thunderbolt. According to the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, this is the most important posture in all of yoga. As the heels press against the perineum, the lower organs of the body gently lift, taking us from fight and flight to relaxation. This is a posture that enhances the ability of the digestive system to function at peak efficiency. It is also a posture that stretches the fibrous tissue in the ankles and the feet. While in this beautiful posture, feel free to bring the hands to Anjali Mudra and allow the eyes to close, for now we focus on the heart, the home of Anahata chakra, the chakra of our love for ourselves and others. the chakra of our compassion for ourselves and others. It is considered to be the guardian of the Purusha, the guardian of the soul. Let us awaken now Anahata chakra with the vibration of the gong. The eyes are closed, opening the eyes now, lifting the gaze. Use the inhale, draw the arms out and up into the overhead plane. Palms face forward, launching the torso up and out of the pelvis bowl. We'll just hinge forward until the palms of the hands are flat on the earth underneath the shoulders. Walking the knees then behind the hips for tabletop, Marjasana. Here we find the most powerful skeletal position the body can assume. Everything here is horizontal. Everything here is vertical. Let's take a nice deep breath, establishing a sensation of self-support that this posture offers us. Inhaling and exhaling, and on your next inhale, as you gather the breath, step both feet back to the top of the push-up or plank pose. Fill the lungs completely, please, all the way down to the lower lobes. Then let the elbows ride the rib cage as you gently lower all the way down onto the belly. Extending the feet behind so all 10 toenails are in contact with the earth, and walking the arms out in front with the elbows underneath the shoulders, the forearms extended straight out, palms of the hands flat on the earth with the fingers spread wide. Create then the seesaw phenomenon, pressing into the earth through the legs, allowing the heart to lift and melt forward, with the crown of the head migrating towards the sky. Find the Sphinx pose. Holding the posture with the beauty of the breath, focus your attention while in this pose, please, on the throat. Here is the home of the Vishuddha chakra, the tuning fork of the intuitive awareness. While in this posture and at all times, let us have reverence for words that bring peace. Words that are good. Words that are beautiful and true. For therein lies the harmony of the human voice. We awaken now Vishuddha with the vibration of the gong. Inhale deeply, all the way to the lower lobes of the lungs. Exhaling, lower to the belly. Gently walk the palms of the hands underneath the shoulders, and with the core and quadriceps engaged, draw yourself back to child's pose. That posture where the sit bones hover near or rest upon the heels. The arms can extend straight out in front, with the forehead resting on block blanket or on the earth. This is a beautiful posture of humility. Focus then your attention on a space between the eyebrows, center of the forehead, 3 inches behind the skull. Here is the home of Agna. This is the chakra of the discriminating intellect. The senses are more powerful than the body. The mind more powerful than the senses. The discriminating intellect more powerful than the mind. Let us awaken Agna with the vibration of the gong. Use an inhale now. Bring the body back to tabletop. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We'll engage now in the cow and cat spinal flexion, mindful that a flexible spine is a youthful spine. With the cow, we're going to let the belly release towards the earth. Releasing the chin from the chest, the crown of the head migrates towards the sky, creating a natural arch in the spine towards the floor. On the exhale, engaging the navel point, draw the navel point to the spine, let the chin return to the chest, creating a natural arch in the spine towards the sky. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Neutral spine, please. Reestablish integrity of the posture. Please be mindful. If you feel beautiful in a pose today, it is not an illusion. It is because you are. From tabletop then, raise the right leg at hip height, extend it towards the wall behind you, activating that right foot. The toes of the right foot can migrate towards the floor. Release the left arm then into the overhead plane with the palms turned towards the midline, and establish the sunbird. This is a posture that allows us to achieve a sense of stability and balance for our practice today. Stretch it from horizon to horizon and fly. Inhale for full extension, please. Fill the lungs completely all the way down to the lowest lobes. Exhale, release to tabletop. Take a moment, feel your practice, reestablish integrity of the pose. Palms underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Beautiful, yogis. With your next inhale, then let's raise the left leg and extend it at hip height towards the wall behind you, activating now that left foot. Releasing the right arm, when you're ready, into the overhead plane. Let the palm of the right hand face towards the midline of the body. This is the sunbird on the second side. Stretch it from horizon to horizon. Let the breath be the wind beneath your wings. Fly. Inhale, fill the lungs completely, please. Stretch it from horizon to horizon. Exhale now, return to tabletop. Reestablish integrity of the posture, feel your practice. It is far better to feel the practice than think the practice. Beautiful, yogis. From tabletop then, with an inhale, step both feet back to plank pose. Top of the push-up. Establish integrity of the posture. Inhale and fill those lungs completely. With an exhale, we're going to let the torso drift forward over the rooted palms. The elbows ride the rib cage, lowering to chaturanga and releasing all the way down onto the belly. Drawing the palms of the hands underneath the shoulders. Let the heart lift and melt forward to Cobra Bhujangasana. Feel the opening. Use the breath, please. Let those shoulders open like the hood of the mighty serpent. That heart lifts. There's a sense of freedom and liberation here. Then curling the toes under, lift the hips skyward to downward facing dog. The higher those hips are lifted, the more benefit we achieve in the posture. This is the golden harp of the soul. This is where the spirit sings. The body forms a beautiful skeletal tent to protect the sleeping organs. This is a resting pose in yoga. Breathe. Feel the opening, feel the practice. Then let your gaze drift forward between the rooted palms and step gently forward into Uttanasana, the standing forward fold of yoga. The knees are soft here. The back body is long. And we're just going to allow the crown of the head to migrate towards the earth. This lengthens the neck, releases the shoulders, and exposes the heart. Feel the energy of the earth enter the body now through the meridians located on the inside of the ankles. Let that energy rise, cycling through the body, back out of the crown of the head into the earth once again, so that we might experience the cycle of birth, life, death, and rebirth. This is Uttanasana, the standing forward fold. The yoga practitioner who trains the mind and senses to remain centered in equanimity in this life casts off both good and evil karma. Therefore, by all means, practice yoga. Perfection in action is yoga. Let us now rise to standing and become that yogi. Drawing the arms out and up, bringing the arms into the overhead plane. Here we honor the sun. Here we honor the earth. Here we honor all of life in between that is nurtured by the cycle of the breath. Turn the palms then to face towards the sky. If you feel stable, allow the eyes to close, otherwise maintain a gentle gaze. Take your focus then to a space 1 inch above the crown of the head, into the ethers. For here is the home of Sahasrara, the chakra of the 1,000-petaled lotus. It is the chakra that forms the conduit by which we communicate with that which we define to be divine. Let us now awaken Sahasrara chakra with the most powerful chord of all, the unstruck chord. And then opening the eyes and lifting the gaze, draw the palms of the hands together in union to Anjali Mudra. In this union we call yoga, there is liberation. There's a deliverance from the oppression of pain, sorrow, and suffering. These yoga practices therefore must be followed with faith, courage, devotion, and love. Feel your practice. Prepare now for the ballet of the breath. Inhale, arms out and up. Palms turn away from the torso. Exhale and fold Uttanasana. Placing then the hands on the shins, gently raise the torso into Ardha Uttanasana, allowing a sensation of length from the sacrum to the crown of the head. Use an exhale and fold then to Uttanasana. And with your next inhale, step right foot back to runner's lunge. Create, adjust, and perfect your posture here. In our runner's lunge, we want to make sure that front foot is bracketed by the hands. And the sacrum is gently settling towards the earth. Create, adjust, and perfect your posture. We are in no hurry. Take your time. Beautiful yogis. From this posture then, anchor the palm of the right hand, open the heart center to the left, release the left arm into the side plane, revolve the lunge. Feel the practice. Let the fingertips touch the clouds. They belong to you. Use the breath, filling those lungs completely. Now inhale. Find full extension of the pose. Exhale, return then to runner's lunge. With an inhale then, step both feet back once again to plank pose. Let the elbows ride to the rib cage, slowly lower through chaturanga into cobra pose. Curling the toes under, lifting the hips skyward, bring it home, downward facing dog. Let the gaze drift between the rooted palms, step gently forward to Uttanasana, that standing forward fold. Then, like a mighty bird of prey, open your wings, prepare to take flight, rise to standing. Draw the arms out and up. Palms find union, Anjali Mudra. The yogi, once free from the chains of self-attachment, who has cultivated the qualities of determination and perseverance, whose inner peace has risen above both victory and defeat. This is the yogi that walks the path of pure sattvic spirit. Arms come out and up, continuing the ballet of the breath. Palms turn away from the torso. Exhale and fold Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Bring the palms gently onto the shins. Lift the torso halfway to Ardha Uttanasana, allowing that sensation of length from sacrum to crown. Then exhale and fold Uttanasana. With an inhale, then step left foot back to runner's lunge, ensuring that the front foot stays bracketed by the hands. The sacrum gently surrenders towards the earth, the back body staying nice and long. Root then through the palm of the left hand. We'll open the heart center to the right. Revolve the lunge. Right arm drifts into the side plane. The fingertips touch the stars. They belong to you. All movement within the breath, please. Let the breath be the catalyst for every movement of the body. Now, fill the lungs completely. Exhale, unwind once again. Establish runner's lunge. Establish the integrity of the posture before going further. And then using the breath with an inhale, step both feet back to plank pose, top of the push-up. Let the elbows ride the rib cage, slowly lower halfway to chaturanga, beautiful chaturanga. And then release all the way down and come into cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Curling the toes under, lifting the hips skyward. Downward facing dog, bring it home. Step forward then to the front edge of the mat, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. And sever now with the keen blade of knowledge all doubts you hold due to ignorance of the true self. And thus, well established in yoga, rise now and prepare to move forward. Inhale, arms out and up. Palms find union. Anjali Mudra. Draped mountain. Thus is the ballet of the breath, Surya Namaskar, opening and energizing all systems of the body. Feel your practice here, please. Restoring the breath and exploring the body. Now establish your mountain pose, beginning with the feet. Let the feet be parallel and touching, as would be suggested by Mr. Iyengar, or no more than 4 to 6 inches apart, but parallel within the theory of Anusara. Using the element of the earth, then, will create the foundation for our mountain. Rocking gently onto the toes and back onto the heels just a few times to establish equal weight distribution and activate all 3 arches in the bottom of the feet. Once we've established that, we can bring the feet to stillness and form the foundation of our mountain rooted deep within the earth. Having established and using the element of earth, let us then use the fluid flow of the element of water, the sacral flow, to create the form of the posture that we wish to manifest. And having created the form, use the element of fire then, with the core engaged, to allow that form to stand strong. Feel that fire from the heat of the core engage the calf muscles, the quadriceps, the hamstrings, and then let that heat rise all the way up through the back body, enhancing and elongating the natural curves in the spine. Feeling the heart lift. Let the shoulders then linger to the right and left like snow-covered ledges below the peak. The crown of the head then lifts, creating the peak of your Everest. If you do not feel your mountain is strong enough, then let the element of air, through the breath, fuel the fire. If you feel you are overextended, let the element of the water cool the fire with the sacral flow. And when you have established the beauty and power of your mountain, let the element of the ether illuminate your heart. If you feel balanced and stable in the mountain, allow your eyes to close. Otherwise, maintain a gentle gaze. The spiritual profile of Tadasana, the mountain pose, is empowerment. Fill yourself with that sense of power now as we seal the mountain with a vibration of the gong. Remain in stillness. We seal the pose. If the eyes are closed, open the eyes, please. Find a linear horizon wherever the gaze might fall. Come back into the moment before movement. Now inhale, arms out and up. Let the shoulders drift behind the heels, lift the heart. This is Urdhva Hastasana, a beautiful standing back bend. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale, come back to midline. Exhale and lower Utkatasana, the chair, just as if you were sitting into a chair, not quite so deep. Feel the quadriceps engage. No need to see the arms. Let the heart lead the way. You deserve to be here. And continue now. With an exhale, we're going to fold forward. Let the fingertips brush the earth. Bring the arms all the way into the back plane for the drinking bird. Inhale, let's come back through. Fingertips brush the earth and draw the body all the way up to standing. And let the shoulders drift behind the heels. Lift the heart. Urdhva Hastasana. Using the breath now, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Come back to midline. Lower the chair. Utkatasana. Use the breath. Now sweep the arms. Fingertips brush the earth. Find drinking bird. Come all the way back out and through. Rise to standing one more time now. The shoulders drift behind the heels. Lift the heart and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Return to midline. Lower the chair. Sweep the arms into the back plane to drinking bird. Draw the arms back through all the way out and up to standing. Let the palms find union. Anjali Mudra. Drape to mountain. Restore the breath. Explore the body. Feel your practice. If you feel powerful in a pose today, know that it is not an illusion. It is because you are. Beautiful yogis. Inhale, arms out and up. Palms find union, Anjali Mudra, drape mountain. The warrior is naturally inclined to be courageous, vigorous, have firmness of mind. The warrior is resourceful, generous, and displays the qualities of leadership at all times. The warrior is not inclined to flee, but instead to persevere in the midst of battle. Become now the warrior. Inhale, arms out and up. Palms turn away from the torso. Exhale and fold to Uttanasana. Step the right foot back to runner's lunge. Remember our runner's lunge. Then we're going to anchor the right heel firmly into the earth. Core and quadriceps engaged. We begin to lift the torso, windmilling the arms and extending the fingertips to stretch from horizon to Vibhadra, the mighty warrior created by the great god Shiva. The spiritual profile of Warrior 2 is fearlessness. Feel that sense of being fearless. Continue to stretch those fingertips from horizon to horizon, turning the palm of the left hand then towards the sky. Lower body stays nice and quiet, and we just let the torso drift back over that foundation or back leg, keeping the arms in the planes that they are in, and exalt the warrior, stretching now from earth to ether. Inhale deeply. Exhale, return to warrior two. Reestablish integrity of the posture. And then we're going to windmill the arms, coming back into runner's lunge. Step left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, arms out and up. Rise to standing. With the arms overhead, let the palms find union to Anjali Mudra. Drape to mountain. Restore and explore. Always feel the practice. Inhale, arms out and up. Palms turn away from the torso. Exhale and fold to Uttanasana. Our standing forward fold. Using the breath then, step left foot back to runner's lunge. Establish integrity of the lunge. Firmly anchor then the left heel. Let the core lift the body. Windmilling the arms to warrior two on the second side. Establish the posture, stretch from horizon to horizon, and allow yourself the sensation of fearlessness. Turn the palm then of the right hand towards the sky, accepting the gift. Use the breath, exalt the warrior, stretching now from earth to ether. Inhale and exhale, return to warrior two. Windmill to runner's lunge. Step left foot forward to meet the right, Uttanasana. And inhale, arms out and up, rising to standing. Let the palms find union to Anjali Mudra. Drape to mountain. Bring the hands once again to Anjali Mudra. And turning either to the right or left, depending on where you are, bring yourself into a wide leg stance on your mat. We'll release the arms into the 60-degree plane with the palms facing forward, the fingers spread wide. Create the Da Vinci Man, the five-pointed star. We believe, of course, that we can mingle the vibration of our heart with the vibration of the earth. And here in five-pointed star, we begin to establish a message Today, let the message be that of purifying. Let the message today be that of healing. And let that vibration mingle with the vibration of the earth and spread to that healing, warmth, love, and compassion from wherever you are forward into the world. In the five-pointed star, allow the eyes to close. The body becomes an antenna for the vibration of the cosmos. Formulate your message, prepare to deliver it, remain in stillness. We deliver the message with the vibration of the gong. Opening the eyes and lifting the gaze. Come back into the moment before movement, please. Inhale, arms out and up. Let the palms find union to Anjali Mudra. Message delivered. Ensuring the feet are parallel before movement. We'll turn then gently to the left or right. Come standing once again at the front edge of your mat. And drape to mountain. Then inhale, arms out and up. Let the palms find union to Anjali Mudra and lower to deep yoga squat. From yoga squat, release the hands onto the earth. Lower gently onto the knees. Please be kind to your knees. Sitting back for just a moment on the heels. We'll surrender hip, doesn't make any difference which one. Come into seated posture on your mat. With the hands resting on the knees, palms up or in a mudra of your choice, the crown of the head is lifted, the chin is tucked in. Engage now in deep three-part yogic breathing, please. Inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils. Drawing that breath all the way into the belly, filling the lowest lobes of the lungs with air. Let the same inhale fill in to the rib cage. Top of the inhale fills in to the upper chest. And when you exhale, exhaling through the nostrils, empty first to the upper chest, then empty the rib cage, and then empty the belly. Deep three-part yogic breathing. Continue, please. Long, deep, complete breathing. Keeping those lower lobes of the lungs nice and dry. Otherwise, they tend to fill with fluid. When they collect fluid, it creates an environment for the cultivation of respiratory illnesses. Also, breathing through the nostrils allows the body's natural filtration system to work. Let us be mindful to keep our lungs nice and dry using these yogic pranayama techniques. Let us be mindful, especially when we are out in public. Breathe through the nostrils as much as we can rather than the mouth. Far fewer viruses will enter the body through the nose than through the mouth. Practice deep breathing at least 3 minutes a day. Let us now engage in 1 minute of silent meditation. Now opening the eyes and lifting the gaze, come back into the moment. When you're ready, in a way that is safe and comfortable for you, please make your way onto the back body. Preparing now for the time of the gathering, Shavasana. When you find yourself on the back body, let the legs extend straight out in front. Let the feet fall off to the right and the left. The arms extend alongside the torso, palms up to receive. This is the time of the gathering. The yoga happens in the relaxation. We are mindful here of the words of Buddha. We suffer because we cling. When we no longer cling, we no longer suffer. Relax. The voice cried out in the darkness, "What is that song you sing?" And the answer came forth, "It is a song of life." And the voice cried out in the darkness, "What is that poem you recite?" And the answer came forth, "It is the poem of life." And the voice cried out in the darkness, "Who are you?" And the answer came forth, "I am the yogi." So now, with the innocence of a child, bring yourselves back, please, ever so gently. Come back to this moment. And as you return, take note of the breath, the temperature and the texture. Inhaling and exhaling, filling the lungs completely. Come all the way back, please. All the way back to this place we call grounding, where the physical self is now totally immersed within the spiritual consciousness. And having found your ground, to reawaken the body with gentle movement, move fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles. Be fascinated by this movement as would an infant when first learning these things are possible. Draw the arms overhead and stretch from the very tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. And as you stretch, visualize 360,000 channels of energy flowing freely through the body, having been released by the vibrational nature of your practice this morning. Vigorously then rub the palms of the hands together and the soles of the feet. When you're ready, roll the body onto the right or left side, whichever works for you today, supporting the head, please. And take just a moment here for a thought of appreciation for this vessel we call the human body and the service it provides for us. Then, using the strength in the hands and the wrists, bring yourselves up to your seat of honor, please. Sukhasana, the comfortable cross-legged seat of the yogi. Let the hands rest on the knees, palms up, or in a mudra of your choice. The crown of the head is lifted, the chin is tucked in, the eyes are closed. You are the fragrance of the earth, you are the brilliance in the fire, you are the life in all living things, you are the purifying power of the austerities. In a time when darkness is hidden in darkness, in a time when the all is fluid and formless, then from the void arises the one through the fire and the fervor. And that one is filled with love. And love then becomes the first seed of the soul. So it is written, so it is. Draw the hands to heart center, prayer pose, Anjali Mudra. The yogi is the same toward all beings. Before the yogi, no one is hateful. Before the yogi, no one is more or less cherished. Seek out then a space deep within your heart. Fill that space with a sense of peace and serenity. Carry it with you throughout the rest of your day today and into all the days that follow. And be ever mindful, please, that learning to love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. Let us end then our time together for this day with one beautiful resonant round of Om. Inhale deeply to begin. Thank you for sharing your practice with me this morning. Namaste. Please be happy. Please be healthy. Take care of yourselves and continue checking on the Hatha Yoga website and Facebook page. Make your discipline in these challenging days your best friend. Namaste.